Hello friend, this is a case of rupture appendix and we will perform laparoscopic appendectomy with the Misra's knot. So here 2 Ellis forceps is applied. This is a 17-year-old female with the rupture appendix and her appendix was ruptured 2 days before. Now she is coming for surgery. The CT scan, contrast CT has seen that it is a lump and the appendix was ruptured but it was sealed by omentum. So we are putting Veress needle. This is the thickness of the abdominal wall, thickness +4. We will hold the Veress needle like a dart and put it into the wound and lift the abdominal wall in such a way that you should be perpendicular to the abdominal wall but oblique to the body. And here you go, and this is your 1 click and 2 click. You will enter inside. After that, irrigation, suction, and hanging drop test will be performed. So this is irrigation test going freely. Suction test, nothing comes, only bubble comes. And then hanging drop, there is a ball there, you can see this ball. Once you remove this ball is sinked in, and in ethicon Veress needle this is very good test because of negative pressure inside will be sucked in. After that we are attaching the tubing of insufflator and we will see quadrome manometric indicator. Here we have kept the preset pressure 15 and slowly abdomen is distending and the minimum amount of gas required to fill up the abdominal cavity is 1.5 liter and maximum 6 liter. Slowly we will see that homogeneous distension is started and abdomen is inflating with the carbon dioxide. As we know, initial flow rate we should keep at 1 liter per minute and slow insufflation is always better. Once you have 1 liter gas in, then you may increase the flow to 3 liter per minute, but maximum amount of gas which is required by the eye of Veress needle will not take more than 2.5 liter. So we can see now approximately 3 liter gas has gone inside and the pneumoperitoneum is almost complete. This is a unmarried girl, so she will not take more gas. Amount of gas depends upon the height of the patient, parity, muscle relaxation, bowel preparation and a space occupying lesion. So this is now almost reaching. So now it is 13 and slowly the preset pressure and actual pressure will become equal. Once the actual pressure and preset pressure will become equal, then automatically insufflator will stop the flow because most of the insufflators are now quadromanometric indicator. They have microprocessors inside, so those microprocessors will automatically stop the flow once it will reached. So now we will remove it and enlarge the incision, a smiling incision either side. So the incision will be 11 mm. And then we will take a mosquito and dilate the obliterated vitreointestinal tract. After that, we will hold the trocar like a pistol. Betadine always be applied in World Journal of Laparoscopic Surgery. We have published that infection is less if you will put the betadine at the tip and by a screwing movement you will enter inside. Once your tip of the trocar will enter, you will get a hissing sound, that is sound comes, that is on the base back of the trocar is communicated with the eye at the tip of the trocar. So this is hissing sound will come. After that immediately take the trocar out. After that you will introduce the telescope inside. Now we will put the index finger over the target and we will make a baseball. So this is a thumb and one snuff box is one port, another snuff box, another port. So here because it is a rupture appendix, so we will do the contralateral port, we will not do ipsilateral. Ipsilateral means putting suprapubic, but here we will not do suprapubic, we will do contralateral port. So this is on the left side just like the McBurney point, 1/3 from the anterior superior iliac spine and 2/3, and this will be under vision. So this is important and this port will be your left hand. After that we will do diagnostic laparoscopy, all the bowel will be swept up and then we will put head down and table down, and then the third port will be on the low right subcostal. So we are using contralateral port. Now the head is down and the right is up, and we will put the third port here. This is the third port. And this is the another 5 mm port. Now we will start the surgery. And then this is the atraumatic grasper either side. And first step what we will do, we will shift the bowel up and right up, head down and right up, and we can see here is a lump in a small bowel and the momentum is trying to seal, and this area is the area of the appendix communicating with tinea coli, and here this is the perforation. So this perforation you will find out and then you can suck it. You can see the pus coming out here, this is the pus. So in the middle of the appendix it is perforated. So here is the suction is sucking all the pus over the psoas muscle, and then we will try to separate the small intestine here, and this is edematous thickened appendix, base is down, and with the harmonic we can separate it. This is the base of the appendix, and slowly you will separate this area of the mesoappendix carefully so that it should not perforate and you should be away from the ileum itself. Ileocecal junction is seen down there. And slowly it will be separated. This is the tinea coli which is reaching up to the base, and then surrounding area is separated to reach completely up to the base. So this is almost done and we have reached up to the tinea coli. And now this is the tinea coli, this is cecum. So, this is over, this is ileum, ileocecal junction, and this is the base of the appendix. Now, here we are using Misra's knot, and configuration of Misra knot is 1 1 1 1 1 1. So, this is shorter is above the longer, and then you go from below up. So, this is a single hitch, then this is the first wind, then this is the first lock, then this is the second wind, and then second lock, and here you have third wind, and then this is the last lock. After that, you will slide it, and then you will bring this knot over the tinea coli. You should keep your Vandarkar knot pusher over the tinea coli, so that automatically it will go to junction, and there is no chance that you can leave any incomplete appendectomy. You can see it is completely on the base, and then you can cut the appendix leaving at least 5 millimeter, so that a good dumbbell will form, and don't cut all together, a small bite, so that mucosa also will burn, and only one knot is more than sufficient. You don't need to tie 2 3 knots, only one knot is more than sufficient, and then you can touch it with the tip, and that's all. So, this way you can do the laparoscopic appendectomy. Now, we are using one endo bag. This is a simple endo bag, and then you can drop the appendix into the endo bag, and then there is a purse string. You can close the purse string and take the mouth of the endo bag, and then you can open it, and this is through the umbilical port it is coming out. When you are bringing it out, you should take care that it should not be transverse, whereas it should be longitudinal, and slowly you will pull it, and you will do up down route left little bit. You have to be careful that you should not break the endo bag, and it comes out. So, this way slowly you can take the endo bag out, and appendix also will come out. After that, because we have used this port for removal of the appendix, so it is necessary to close the port. We are putting some betadine over the base of the appendix because it was perforated. So, we will put it little bit, and then we will suck it also, clean this area, and then because this is a unmarried girl, so we will inspect the pelvis area also to check that any pus is in the cul-de-sac. You can suck it out. This is uterus, and here is the tube, and you will lift the tube, and then you can see the femoral end of the tube, and this is the IP ligament. We can see this area is okay, but fortunately tube was stuck here, adhered here, edematous, inflamed. Femoral end of the tube we have separated here. This is the fimbriae, and ovary is visible, IP ligament is visible. So, all the pus of this area is cleaned. We will not do thorough lavage because here it is a controlled infection. So, thorough lavage is not required because upper abdomen was completely fine. This is bladder. So, surgery is over. Thank you very much. But here one thing we will do, that we will do the port closure because we have used the endo bag. So, port closure is must. If you will not do port closure, and if you use endo bag, then there is a chance that you can have the hernia from the port where you have taken the appendix out, because that was little dilated. So this is the cobbler's needle, and we are doing the port closure of the umbilical port. So thank you very much for watching this video. Have a nice day.